Hello, folks. It seems like this is going to be everyone that's attending today's meeting, which is fine. Mostly would like to cover the topic of one of the ruins that the knights have found. They uncovered what seems to be possibly an elder dragon skull and ribcage. It looks like one of our old worshipping grounds for Shesha. That's their best guess and also my best guess. But King Leonard has given us explicit permission to come onto their territory and go to the small worshipping grounds if we feel the need to go there, which is something I absolutely welcome doing, as it is praising our Lord, is praising our great winged serpent goddess Shesha. That was the main reason. Otherwise, I'm trying to keep a good relationship with the knights. I would like to keep things peaceful between us because we are in no state right now to combat them. We are in no state to try and fight them. Oh. Who are you?
Shouldn't you already know? Or perhaps time has hindered the memories of the many. Clearly, from the looks on your faces, none of you have any idea who you're in the presence of. What is it? Have you any idea how long it's been? Clearly you hold some higher standing. How long has it been since I last walked the surface of this world?
Who are you, first off?
I am the Pharaoh of All, Xenophanes, the rightful ruler of Draconia and of the Knights of the Evergreen.
But aren't you dead? No?
I was dead, or I am dead, or something of that nature. It appears as though my tomb has been disturbed, and so some portion of my immortal spirit now roams amidst you all. Of course, I came back to the one place I found it all familiar, and here I am looking at you. Who are you supposed to be?
I am Thysis Epicurus, the leader of the
Thysis?
Draconians.
Is that some kind of title?
Yes, it is after Bodhisis.
So the bastard outlived me. Ugh. I would have assumed you all would have followed my instructions and dispatched of him as soon as I was gone, but clearly not. This mortal realm yet vexes me. And these individuals you have before you, these are what remains of my empire.
There's more, I promise. There's more Draconians than the few that are here, but these are all that have shown up to the meeting today.
Huh. Well, tell me, have you conquered the realm in my absence? Has any advancements been made? Or are we still where we were 1,000 years ago?
I'm not exactly sure where we were 1,000 years ago, but we have not conquered anything. My plan is to bring glory back to the Draconians, but my father, you see, he was too kind, too peaceful. He wanted to equally rule the realm.
Clearly your father was weak. Tell me, who and what are you descended from? I bore no children in my age.
I am descended from the royal line, of course. That's
Royal line. Chosen by Boethisis himself, I'm certain.
I'm not sure.
Are your records truly so insufficient?
Yes.
Right then. Clearly much has been lost. Have any of you the capacity to speak, or do you merely cower?
No, I can speak.
All right then, speak. Tell me what is your place within Draconia? What have you done to bring back glory to our empire?
I am an architect. I have fitted us out with an armory in order to fight back against the knights.
Right then. So the knights still remain as well. Right then. You there, the pink one. What is it that you do? And have you succeeded? Not to great success, of course. Right. And this one, does he not speak?
He does not.
Is there some enchantment upon him, or what is the matter?
He spoke too much. His voice was removed.
Well, that certainly doesn't do very well. I, with the power of magic vested in me, command you to speak. Ugh. This mortal realm vexes me yet. Have you any capacity left in you, or is this enchantment simply too great? The enchantments, then. Right, then. I will take a look. Let me see. Oh! By the Thysis! Have you any possession of magic to undo this enchantment? I hardly find it suitable for soldiers to be incapable of speech. Quiet. Always quiet with you all. Truly it does seem. Oh, I believe it's still in your hands.
Oh no, I can speak now.
Oh,
Yeah, I put it down. It just disappeared.
oh. I see.
Sorry.
You know, Thysis, while I do hold some small modicum of respect, as certainly you've done something to earn the title of ruling this old empire, I do believe that perhaps you should find some way to reverse whatever has been done to your man here. Whatever you've done. Now, with that said, I must ask, what are your present military strategies? What are you doing to combat our age-old enemies?
Well, recently there was a storm, large storm, and it wiped out most of Drakonia's military, most of our supplies. Very little remained. Along with this, there's a new opponent. These fallen, they fell from the sky, and they possess technologies far greater than ours.
Clearly, the realm has changed greatly in my absence. And the rest of you, what have you been doing to further military strategy? It's clearly your thesis has presented me with no specific means by which to conquer our enemies. Quicksand.
As mentioned
Anything
earlier,
else?
I've created the armory, but it is...
Let's see it.
Alright. It is just west of here.
Just west of here. Take me there.
Now I cannot open the door as I don't have the key.
That's alright.
Um,
Perfectly
You can
alright.
fly.
Of course I can fly, can't you?
No, drakes haven't
I
had
cannot,
wings.
as they have no wings.
I see. I earned my wings through magic and self-enhancement.
So it is
What is
possible.
this? Of course it's possible. Anything is possible.
I'm not sure what this is. I plan to speak with one of the other leaders.
Huh. Clearly your intelligence sector is lacking.
I have boats for those that need them.
I have no need. Then. See what you mean about lacking the key. Is it always like this? Only
No.
open to some select few? Or is...
Yes, unfortunately.
I see. I command these doors to open! Easy. Just need to disappear.
Here,
They
let
are
me... Oh, wait, no, I
slightly-
can't.
Oh, have you a pickaxe?
Cannot break the blocks.
Right. I command this stone to break. Easy. Easy as that. Your armory is presently, well, is somewhat equipped. Have you not a significant forge in order to create more weapons?
There's a small amount of what is it? Tools in the back. But I can
And
also
what has
not
happened
put
to the old forge which I built on these very shores? Gone, I presume? Taken by this storm?
Correct. Any buildings outside of Draconia were taken by the storm.
Right then. As much is lost, then. I must wonder, have you at all any concept of old cities? What has become of Alexandria?
I'm not sure what that is.
Ah, right then. Clearly, much history is lost. Right then, we shall focus on the more pertinent matters. You three, consider yourselves promoted. Oh, it has disappeared. Right then. You three, consider yourselves promoted. In my new Draconia, you will be generals, and I expect a significant shipment of armaments, both magical and non-magical, at the base of Draconia within the next 2 days. Can that be done?
Yes.
Right then. Most excellent. And you who cannot speak, you may take your book, and with time, hopefully you will again regain capacities. But, with that said, Thesis, what other facilities have you?
Well, outside of Draconia and the Armory, we have some scattered homes, but alas, there's no quite other general facilities.
And my temples, are they still intact?
We've recently discovered ruins, but the only temple remaining is the one in Draconia.
I see. And none of the... Ugh. Right. That's alright then. If much is lost, then much is lost. We will rebuild as we have always rebuilt. Clearly, our great empire has degraded in the absence of a strong guiding hand. That is all right. For as long as I remain corporeal, which I already feel some of my strength ebbing, but regardless, for as long as I remain corporeal, I will ensure that Draconia rises as it always has. Does that sound fair to you, Epicurus?
Yes, it does.
Right then. Well, beyond the production of weapons, have you significant food stores?
No.
I personally do not.
Right then. And where all do you live? I see only one abode upon the water.
I live here at the armory.
Right then. You live here. And the other two?
Yeah, Lily responded to you.
To the west of Draconia. Huh.
Responded in like 10 seconds.
East. Right then, right then.
I heard too.
Oh, do you live here? You cannot speak. Hey.
What?
No, this is my workshop.
Right then. So you have begun some progress in the magics. Perhaps I initially underestimated you who cannot speak. And you said, Epicurus, that there were others among you that remain alive. How many drakes?
There are presently, including myself, I believe, 3 drakes. 4
Three.
drakes. 4 drakes.
4. Right? And are there any others who've been augmented with magic?
Correct. Aranik here was initially augmented. He was a human, and then he turned into a half drake, and then...
As of recently, I've become a full drake.
Right. Most peculiar. Perhaps this magics has something to do with my revival. You spoke of a storm. Ugh. Regardless, the turmoils of your world are soon to come to an end. Surely you all know the tale, how I conquered all the Sheshite tribes and was on the verge of uniting the realm under one most all-powerful ruler. But, well, who knows how much of my story has been perverted by the passing ages. With that said, I expect the weapons and I expect food production to be at its max. Our enemies, does their base still remain to the far north of here?
That'd be like classic game thing.
Yes.
Right then. And have you any means of travel? Quick travel?
Outside of walking in boats, no.
Perhaps you should work on that then. Establish some way to better siege them. Over water if you must.
There's not a waterway that leads directly to them.
Then build one. Right then. Waypoints. Fascinating. That is... Such devices, I've discovered, are most unstable. You should not trust teleportation if you can better make your way over there on your own 2 feet. Regardless, they shall suffice for so long as they are active and serviceable. But if you wish to bring over heavy armaments, then summon horses as well, most wise. Heavy armaments, cannons, and such. Once you've filled out your armories with standard armors and weapons for all of your soldiers, then you may begin working on the weapons of war. Know you anything of siege weapons?
No.
No. Right then, clearly much knowledge has been lost. Weapons. Impressive. But siege weapons, cannons, catapults, anything you can build, if it is explosive and if it is ranged, then that is what we need. Magic will help you as well. The magic of the flowers, while I certainly have my own personal distaste with it, there are arcane armors and weapons which are capable of being created via it. Magics of flesh or of spirit as well. There are altars and crucibles which you might construct to tame and control spirits. Have you all any summoning circles?
Not as of yet.
Right then. Clearly there is much work to be done, but when I return, I have high hopes. There is potential here as much as it has been squandered as of late. Are there any questions for me? No? Epicurus, I trust that in time you will see to it that Draconia is brought back to appropriate strength. And until I may be revived to flesh, it is your will which governs our empire. Does that suffice for you?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Right then. For now, for as long as I remain half spirit and half alive, I will survey the realm and see if I may gain any intelligence on what has become of a world that was once mine.
There's a mighty gun there.
Goodbye for the time being.
Is that a orange photo?
Farewell.
Perfect. Well, looks like everybody is here. I suppose we wait for Xenophanes to make his arrival.
Oh, that was fast.
Hello again.
Hello.
Have you all been making progress, as I've requested?
I'd certainly think so.
Alright then. Seems as though there's someone here who wasn't here last time.
Correct.
I see. And I take it you've been informed of my imperatives regarding Draconia.
Yes, I am.
Most excellent. Right then. Show me what progress you've made.
I told you. I knew we should have brought the cannons with us.
It will take me 2 seconds to grab them.
Cannons, you say?
Yes.
We have a couple of regular cannons, including a giant one, and thankfully, Ursa, myself, and Ernick gathered a bunch of iron to make more, including ammunition. And then, myself and Ernick have also been looking into potentially using ships. Granted that we can find shipwrecks and gather the supplies necessary for a naval assault, if possible.
Excellent. And you, what progress have you made regarding the magics of the realm? Most curious. Most curious indeed. Right then. And the armory. How well is its present stock?
Very
don't
well.
have
Plus, the
access
minerals have been.
We're
Well,
definitely high on
yes.
resources now.
Right
We've
then.
also now made it so that we can enchant our tools, including. This is one that I made just the other. Actually, can they view it? I can't tell.
I can.
This is can they? Okay. This is just one. Made the other.
I see.
Ernick also was able to make some sort of bank
A bank.
for the
Oh, yes. A very large storage unit for our using magic.
Most
it allows people to drop off, their excess to
Oh, that's
for the armory to enchant weapons.
I see. And what stockpiles have you of steel?
Steel,
Any variety?
many, and we have plenty of blast furnaces to create even more.
Right then. And what sort of automated magics have you derived? Clearly, your living wood bow requires some degree of intervention into the magic of the flowers, so what exactly have you accomplished there?
Well, here's an example. I have achieved eldritch magic after conquering ancient cities.
I see. Most excellent indeed. Right then. Perhaps Draconia has the capacity to turn around after all. And what have you made in the way of new structures in my absence? Anything?
Nothing as of yet.
Nothing as of yet. Very well then. With luck, you should find yourselves most capable in continuing to fortify our base. Clearly, many of the old armaments have fallen away since my absence. What of the shores? How fortified are your shores beyond the sea? Nothing? No fortifications?
Not yet. We're still working on fortifying the shores and creating more structures.
Right then. Well, you should see it well that more fortifications are built along the shores, though I will say, your work so far has pleasantly surprised me. I was expecting to return and have to use harsher measures, but clearly you all listened well and have been working hard, and for that I commend you. Though I will say, where are the rest of the Draconians? Yet, once more, there are so few of you.
Most likely out and about,
Out.
exploring.
Of course.
I recently just got back.
I see. Very well, then. Hopefully they shall find it more pertinent to show up in times of conflict. Though I would have imagined that my arrival would stir some changes. Regardless, I have surveyed our enemies, and thus far, I've found that their weapons are great and their technology's vast, though they are far from impervious. These newcomers, those who came in their ships of metal from beyond the stars, they in particular have no understanding of the magics of the realm. Rather, they attempt to apply their obscene technologies to all that they see. You should find it well that while it is their greatest weakness, this is also their greatest strength. Their technologies, just learn them or learn to circumvent them with your magics. As well, the knights are recovering as strongly as ever, but I have much hope in your progress after these past couple of days, so surely, as you continue to build your armaments, we shall find it most wise and find ourselves most capable of conducting a siege on one of their outposts in the near future. But for now, is there anything else you all would like to ask of me?
Last meeting, you mentioned that you acquired your wings through magical means.
Yes.
How did you go about doing that?
I took the power of the Elder Dragons and made it my own.
Could you elaborate on that at all?
There are many arcane things, Aaronic, which are hidden beneath the waves and woods of this world. At the edges of everything, you find old powers, things that challenge our very perceptions of nature, beasts which exist beyond Shesha's own designs. Kill them, devour their hearts, the whole lot of them. Alas, without Elder Dragons left, there's not much to be said for them, but there remain some demons, I know, great and powerful things. Slay them, take their might, make it your own. Pieces of them, as much as you can amass. And as for you, Orsa, what would prompt us to siege? The simple answer is what would not prompt us to siege? We are, after all, enemies for what? countless ages by now. Once we have the technological and magical might, there is no reason why we should not crush our enemies. Peace.
Peace was never an option.
Peace, Peace can only be won through bloodshed. In time, we will conquer the knights, and all of mankind and all drakes will be united under one ruler. But for now, we must work to ensure that they cannot do the same to us. Their beliefs, if given the capacity to fester, and if backed up by their steel and blood and magic, will overcome us as they have nearly overcome us before. Before there was Draconia, there were the Sheshite tribes, and their backs were broken by the predecessors to the knights. So, it was through my guidance that we became what we are today, and with luck, we should ensure that Draconia is the lone empire upon the realm. As well, I must ask, have you all ventured into any of the other branches yet?
Yes, most of us have the other branches of the groups.
No, of the realm itself. Know you nothing of portals, of transporters, and all that?
I
We've
believe
seen
somebody's
a
in the
portal.
process of making a portal.
Clearly. Well then,
An
You should-
elven portal or something.
you should attempt to look further into that research. Our world was once a great multitude of things. I was there to see it sealed off, though I would have hoped that by now it had all been opened back up again. Free travel between the different branches of the realm should be among your top priorities, as there are powers there, magics, and entities, which will greatly enhance your place. Opening the door to the Elven realm, Alfheim, as I know it, should serve you greatly. Although it isn't far from the end, there are fiery depths beneath everything. There are worlds of water, worlds of sand. All of it should be found and claimed for Draconia in time.
Understood.
Right then. And from my surveying of the other groups, there was some discussion of an oracle. Do any of you know anything of this?
No,
No.
I don't
I
know
don't.
at least.
I see.
Does anyone have my book by chance?
I don't got it. The Oracle, from what I can best tell, is a powerful spirit. Find it, commune with it. It will have more answers than I can at the present time. As well, it appears that, though I cannot yet ascertain the precise location of my remains, it does appear that they have been disturbed by the knights. That much I know. I do not understand what they intend to do. If they destroy my body before you all find it, then likely my spirit will be dissipated with that. So if you all hear anything of this, of a tomb discovered, of my tomb, my last resting place, then that should as well be an imperative. But for now, your primary concern is the singular concern which has consumed Draconia since our inception, and that is the continued growth of our military might, lest we be crushed by our age-old enemies. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Right then. Any further questions before I return to my slumber for the time being?
Not for me.
Right then. Very well. I will return in time when my spirit is stronger, but what shall we refer to you as? I am Xenophanes, Pharoah of All, now and forevermore. I shall return in some days' time. I cannot say precisely when. And when I return, I hope to again be pleasantly surprised.
Well, we all heard him. We need to continue to strengthen our military and fortify the base better around the perimeter. We can discuss this more later, but for now it is getting quite late, so I believe we should all rest.